Hello everyone, welcome to our Timeless Sunset Tarot. Now this is a general reading and it is open to all zodiac signs. So just take what resonates with you. It is also timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, there might be a message here for you. Now let's try to see what is the main energy at the end of the day. Okay, we have here the Six of Swords. You know what came to me right now? Flight of ideas. Okay, I don't know why it's like that. I just saw the sword and the journey, and it came to me. What came to me is flight of ideas. Maybe some of you at this time are dreaming of journeying somewhere else, or maybe some of you have found yourself in a difficult situation and you are longing to somehow be freed from that difficult situation and go to somewhere else much better. If you are thinking of it, then maybe there's something behind it. Maybe there's a need for you to listen, especially if it is something that keeps on coming back. So for those of you who are contemplating of going to another place or creating a different situation from the situation that you are in, maybe there's a need for you to listen to that. Try to analyze the situation you are in, why you are in that situation, why is your situation difficult, do you really need to stay in such a difficult situation, or is there really something much better than that? But sometimes situations are challenging and difficult, but they have that potential of becoming better. But then there are also situations when we are also sometimes a little bit deluded, or you know how it is when by gut feeling you already know that it's not a good situation for you, but still we try to convince ourselves that things will get better. Now, it really requires some soul searching, some decision making. I guess the important thing there is that is the situation you are in still allows you to grow, or is it slowly making you lose certain things, especially those things that you really value, things that you truly deserve to have in life. Like for example, there are certain things you pursue and they are a little bit difficult, but you enjoy doing them because they are your passion, things that you really love doing, like an inspiration. Usually inspiration start with something that is very difficult, but then slowly it grows and sooner or later it becomes better, and what you really dreamed of is slowly becoming a reality. Now, there are situations when at first you thought it's okay, but then sooner or later you realize it becomes detrimental to your health, whether it be in your spirit, your mind, or your body. It can be like, for example, in a relationship wherein at first you thought it was good, but then afterwards there's already danger to your life, or you already feel stifled, or you always find yourself like you are in a situation wherein you are constantly in a cycle of back and forth, or cycle of constantly trying to win the affection of somebody, something like that. Sooner or later, you will realize, or you will come to a point when you can really see that it's not good for you anymore. So if you are still hesitant at this time, and you are thinking of the possibility of moving on, why not give it a try? What comes to me at this time is, you don't have to immediately go on the distance, but try to spend some time freeing yourself from the situation and going to a certain place that will allow you to see the contrast between it. Like, for example, go to a place and try to see a place where you can breathe, a place where you can just be alone, a place where you can be far enough so that you can look at the situation more objectively. If you have a desire to move on to something much better, when you are in a situation that always brings you sorrow, brings you anxiety, no longer makes you happy, you need to listen. Maybe you truly need to move on to something better. If it is in a relationship, always tell yourself to always look for something, to never settle for anything less than a loving relationship. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be in a relationship wherein both people give love and receive love. Now, it requires a lot of soul searching, a lot of thinking. But right now, the card shows us this one. If you're hesitant on whether to try new fields, or if constantly there is a repeating desire or even dreams that urges you to move on to something better, maybe you need to listen to that inspiration. Now, let's try to see how this will further unfold. Okay, you see the big contrast here. Here are people who are in sorrow, moving on with the hope of something better. There are anxieties, of course, especially when you got used to the situation that you are already in. But when you look at this little boy or little girl, we still do not know, but when you look at this child just jumped over the wall where there are a lot of sunflowers. So in a certain sense, as you make the decision, it's good to be guided by the presence of the divine. So taking a pause and praying to the divine, asking for some enlightenment, can really be a big thing. But when you look at this one here, this boy just jumped out of the wall and started enjoying riding the pony. He is a big contrast to the card of the Six of Swords. You can have better days. Somehow the card shows, if you choose to travel to something better, then sunny days might just be in the corner. So if you still are hesitant, give it a try. Go to a place where you can just be yourself, or go to a place where you've always been wanting to go to, and try to see. Just live the present moment at that place. I feel what comes to me right now is, you deserve better days. Okay. You deserve to be happy. So sometimes it's like this boy, maybe his passion is riding the pony, being under the sun. Somehow what comes to me is the phrase, follow your passion. So for those of you who are thinking of moving to a better situation, give it some thought. Maybe things will get better if you do so. Now, it's a risk. That's why there are swords there. It gives you anxiety. It's true, because you still do not know what awaits you there. But you'll never know unless you try. Now, what is the advice of the universe for us? You see here, these two persons seems to be in a situation where it's a losing proposition. It's like they always are in the losing end of the stick. It's like the other party is always the one who is gaining, and you are always in the losing end. So both of them decided to just walk away. If you look at this situation, if you are in a situation where you are always in the losing end, you always feel shortchanged, and then maybe it's time for you to walk on. Now, there are two spirits that you can have, or two energies that you can have as you walk away. One is that the other person who just put his jacket on his shoulder and says, okay, I consider it as a loss, but I can always begin again. So this person walks away and just lets go of the things that he has lost and has that desire to begin again. The other person is in despair. Yes, he was able to walk away, but he still is attached to the things that he has lost. So this person still couldn't move forward. He just moved at a distance, but he still cannot completely walk away. But this other person, he just let go of the things that he has lost, and he resolves to begin again. I feel here, although the card shows the person is already traveling, what I see here is a person looking at a possibility of going to better shores. It can be even that some of you are looking at other people or other people who have already freed themselves or are already in the process of freeing themselves. Right now, I feel it's like you looking at the card. Just like me looking at the card. It's like you observing this possibility, and you still haven't really decided whether you're going to walk away. I don't know why I have that kind of feeling. Oftentimes when you look at this card, we look at the card, we look at our energy as these persons or these people who are moving on to another place. But what I feel right now when I look at the card of the Six of Swords is that we are the ones who are watching those people moving away. So in a certain sense, we haven't really decided to move away, but we are longing to do so, and when we see other people moving on, we somehow are also considering, maybe I should also think of such a possibility. Something beautiful awaits you. It will require some courage to really let go of something that you're already used to. Try to see if you resonate with this card. This card where you feel free, where you are able to jump out of the wall and start living your life to the full, enjoying every present moment, being aware of the presence of the divine in your life, basking in the joy of the presence of the divine, basking under the joy of the present moment, basking under the sun, feeling the love and the support of everything around you. Learning to let go of what consider them as lost, but still having that hope of creating a better tomorrow. Now let's go to Insights at Twilight. For some of you, what comes to me right now is that you are about to go on a journey and you have a lot of anxieties on how to go about the journey. It can be that way also. It's like you trying to visualize the journey that you're about to embark on. And it's giving you a lot of anxieties. But the card says, don't be afraid. Things will get fine. You're going to enjoy the journey. So that is what comes to me at this time. For some of you, it's an anxiety of the journey, of the difficulty of the journey. The swords on the boat gives us, it sort of symbolizes the anxiety that you have of a journey that you're about to embark on. Maybe for some of you now, for some of you a little later in the near future, it can be. The card can be an anxiety to a near or a proximate journey that you are about to embark on. I see a portal here. That journey can be a portal to better days. Now, let's see. First breath, beginner's mind. Okay. You know what comes through with the first breath, beginner's mind? It's a new beginning. It's like being reborn here, like the sun card. So if you continue with the journey, that journey can allow you, can be something that will allow you to begin again, a new beginning. You need to refreshen your mind, your beginner's mind. It might give you a better perspective of life also, if you choose to go to the journey. Every journey sometimes gives us a lot of anxieties before the journey starts. But then again, when we start the journey, things fall into place and things get better. And then finally, we find ourselves in the place where we always wanted to be, a place where we always wanted to be, and suddenly the journey becomes worth it and we enjoy the change that has happened. Now it says here, drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Okay, so just enjoy the moment. If you are going on the journey, enjoy it as it unfolds before you. Take the risk. Take the risk of walking away from a very difficult situation to something potentially better. It's a risk, walking away, leaving things behind. But unless you try, you will never know. So just take one step at a time, experiencing life as it comes, just as this person who decides to walk away from a situation where he felt lost. He has lost a lot of things, but he takes the risk. He goes on anyway. He paddles one small wavelet after another, paddles one foot after another, or one small inch after another. He just keeps on trying and faces the challenge as they come. You can even look at the challenge as an adventure, just like this little child, enjoying every step of the journey. So try to look at it as a new beginning. beginner's mind, very interesting. And then experiencing life as it comes. So consider this change as an opportunity to be on a new adventure and to open yourself to new possibilities. Well, that's it for today. I hope you were able to benefit from our reading. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.